guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Ngayon ko lang nalaman na sa Quebec pala, a couple of years ago, in 2023, nag-implement pala po doon ng tuition fee hike, both for local students or domestic students and international students. Again, 2023 pa to. For local students coming from out of province pala ha, nag-implement po sila ng 33% tuition hike na ang magiging minimum bale for, again, na out of province, galing sa labas ng Quebec, minimum of $12,000. Maliban doon, ni-require pa na 80% sa mga students daw na yan, kailangan merong intermediate French proficiency by graduation. Okay. Anyway, tapos meron ding inimplement na mas malaking tuition fee hike para sa mga international students. Yung inimpose po for international student will set the minimum tuition fee for them at $20,000. Okay, naku, medyo mabigat to. But it turns out, I think later on, may nag-appeal po yata nito sa korte at in-overturn ng isang judge, nung judge rather, yung mga adjustments made for domestic students coming from out of province. Okay, pero nanatili pa rin yung tuition hike para sa international students. At dahil dyan, ang kwento natin ngayon ay isa sa mga estudyanteng apektado sa tuition fee hike na yan, isa pong student sa Quebec, na ngayon ay nag-iisip na baka kailangan na lang niyang bumalik sa kanyang bansa, which is Iran. Hindi na raw po niyang kayang mabayaran ang kanyang tuition fee. Kawawa naman A 15-year-old international university student in Montreal could face return to Iran over unpaid tuition. So medyo, dahil may unpaid tuition na, obviously, hindi na po siya nakakabayad on time. Ako, I'm sure marami po makaka-relate dito sa batang to dahil I know for a fact na marami po sa ating mga international students na Pilipino ay nag-iipon po ng kanilang tuition fee by working extra, lalo na yung mga may spouse po na kasama. I know many of the spouses talagang pinag-iipunan po, pinagtutulungan nila ang tuition fee ng kanilang asawa. So ito po yung student. Sabi ni Sarah, she did not expect for the tuition to go this high. Kasi nag-enroll daw po siya noong 2022, kung saan hindi pa siguro na pag-uusapan to. Wala pang ini-impose na tuition fee hike. Sabi dito, at 15 years old, straight A student daw po siya sa kanyang first semester. But, yun na nga, ang kanyang future is uncertain now because of high tuition fee. Sabi niya dito sa report ng City News, meron siyang outstanding balance to the university, over $20,000 for the semester that I had here, sabi niya. We did not expect the tuition to go this high the first time I applied to the university way back in 2022. Paano nga naman kung gano'n I mean, nakapunta naman siya dito. Let's assume na meron siyang sapat na pera, And then, boom, 1 year later, biglang nagtaas ang tuition fee. She's doing well naman sa kanyang school. Ang total daw ng kanyang tuition fee ay $26,000 annually. These fees, combined with the fact that her retired parents have no remaining resources, have left her with limited options. Naku, ito nang nakakalungkot dito. Sabi, patungkol dun sa retired parents ng estudyante, they are willing to sell whatever they have to support Sarah since she came here. And they did that, sabi dito. They did that in order to support the cost of living for her. But after that, the tuition fee is a big obstacle for her. So gumawa na po pala ng online fundraising campaign yung kanyang legal guardian dito, isa pong immigration consultant, para makatulong po dito sa estudyanteng ito. Sabi dito, for 4 years of study, it goes above yung tuition fee. $150,000 in tuition fee, and that's incredible. She cannot afford that. The family cannot afford it. If Sadie can't pay her outstanding tuition fees, she may have to return to Iran, a place she says she no longer feels safe. Mahirap din naman po yung kinalalagyan niya, I would say, hindi po tulad nung iba na dumating dito talagang kulang ang budget, umasang dito babawiin ang kanilang tuition fee. Yun medyo off tayo doon, ano? Huwag yung gagawin yan. Alam po, ginagawa po ng marami mga kababayan natin yan noon. Hindi na po yan po pwede ngayon, okay? Don't do that. Mahirap po yan. Makakarinig kayo ng mga story na, oo, kaya naman, pero napakahirap nun. Huwag yun ang pahirapan ng sarili ninyo, okay? But anyway, in the case of Sadie, ayun na nga, medyo unexpected po kasi, no, yung pagtaas ng kanyang tuition fee. What do you think about Sadie's situation? This article actually reminds me of another one na gusto ko rin pag-usapan sa inyo, at since tungkol pa rin naman po sa international student, isasama ko na sa episode na ito. Do you think international students na nahihirapan po sa kanilang expenses sa Canada ay dapat bigyan ng access sa food banks? Nako, hot issue ito, di ba? Last year or 2 years ago. Dahil, nako, meron pong article dito. This is from the Times of India. Sabi dito, international students in Canada left struggling after food banks restrict access. Again, this is from the Times of India. Again, a reminder, as international students, you are expected to arrive in Canada with enough money to sustain yourselves. Hindi po kayo dapat umasa na magiging sapat ang inyong kikitain sa part-time jobs to sustain yourselves. Okay? Tinaasan na po yung required budget for international students, di po ba? So, dapat guys, hindi lang show money yan. Talagang dapat pera yan na pwedeng ninyong i-access anytime. Okay? So anyway, ang sabi po dito, for many, food banks were not just a convenience, they were a necessity. And students say the food banks saved them anywhere between $300 to $400 every month. Okay, malaki din yun, 300 to 400. It's a significant sum when balancing tuition fees, rent, and utilities in a country where the cost of living continues to rise. According to an international student here in Vancouver, no, sabi dito. Ang tanong ko nga, no, again, tagal ng issue to, pinag-uusapan, ano, and I would say, ang sentimiento ng mas nakararami is, dapat i-prioritize ang resources ng food banks for Canadian citizens and permanent residents. Okay? Noon po kasi medyo no-off yung ilan, nung ilang mga international students ay nag-umpisa mag-post sa kanilang social media tungkol sa, oy, ito, paano kayo makalibre? Kumuha kayo ng supplies niyo sa mga food banks. Pinagmamalaki kung paano po nila ginagawa yun. Tapos nag-hoard pa sila. Okay, ganun. Medyo no-off yung marami dun. Kaya na put into spotlight din po itong issue na to. Pero ngayon, meron naman nag-a-appear na to. Again, from the Times of India. But what I want to share with you is yung ilang reactions talking about baka naman maaaring yung ilang international students na mapatutunayang talagang medyo hirap sa kanilang finances, baka naman pwede silang pagbigyan. Okay? Because sa totoo lang, no, guys, there are many unforeseen scenarios that could happen while you are here. Hindi natin alam. Malay mo, namatayan ka ng pamilya, biglang kailangan mo tulungan, di ba? Doon sa iyong home country. Or you got into an accident. Something like that, you know, that could greatly strain the money that you brought here with you. Okay? So let me show you, no? So sabi nung isa, oh, this is from Instagram. This is from Instagram in reaction to somebody who posted this article. Sabi niya, I completely understand that no matter how many funds you show as an international student, it's not enough. And eventually you do run out of those funds. After studying, you also have 3 years of work permit, but by the time you get a job, it's 4 to 6 months bago mo mahanap. Sabi niya, and I myself struggled to find a basic job at a supermarket. And then I moved from apartment to apartment, province to province, thinking I have better chances elsewhere. Ayun. Sabi niya dito, unforeseen circumstances pulled me to food banks as well. Because if I didn't do that, I would have sufficient funds to cover rent. Oh, I wouldn't have sufficient funds to cover rent, etc. for those 6 months that I was jobless. Sabi niya dito, there are people out there who struggle to find jobs longer than I have. So before you go questioning it, also look at examples where genuine students might be in need. Ayun. Legitimate naman po yung concern niya, no? Paano nga naman kung ganun? What do you think about that? Ito pa, huli na lang po ito, no? Maiksi lang naman tong episode natin. Sabi dito, maybe, ang proposal niya, they can make a ration card for these students who actually have low income and hence be eligible to go to food banks. While others who have enough to get by, they should sustain themselves and not misuse the system. Siyempre, meron na agad kumontra dun sa kanya sa baba, no? But anyway, may valid reason naman, no, kung talagang hirap ang isang estudyante. But then, we have to remember, marami din talaga pong mga locals, mga Canadian citizens and long-time PRs who might be going through the same. So, it is also really an issue of prioritization, diba? Prioritization of resources. Which, yun na nga po ang nare-reklamo. Medyo doon po rather nahihirapan yung mga food banks to allocate. I'm sure kung itong mga food banks na to, syempre yung mga organizers niyan, mababait po yan, diba? Kaya nga po sila nagtayo ng mga food bank. Kung pwede lang po siguro nila tulungan ng lahat ng tao, tutulungan nila yan. It's just that because they have limited supplies. And siguro because of the current economic situation ngayon, baka kulang. Mas konti ang nagdo-donate din po sa kanila. They really have no choice but to prioritize their resources and or their supplies. So what do you think about this? This is another challenge, no? An ongoing challenge faced by international students here in Canada. So yun, what do you guys think? Ako, ang observation ko, because of these happenings, these reports, well, Canada is becoming less attractive na po talaga, no? Sa international students. Only come here. Ako, ang ideal international student for now, for me, kung ako po ang inyong tatanungin, I think it would just be ideal for you to come in as an international student if you are young. Again, meron kang sapat na pondo and you are single. Na totoo lang. Okay? That's just my opinion. Okay? Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Put them down there as always in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!